Okay, let me guess. You're an entrepreneur, you feel like you're doing everything right. You're on social media, you're running the ads, you're pouring all this money into marketing, and yet your business just isn't growing the way it should. It's super frustrating, I get it. But what if I told you the problem isn't your marketing at all?
Our source material kicks things off with this really bold statement. It kind of stops you in your tracks, right? It suggests that for so many businesses, the real issue is hiding somewhere completely different. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack right now.
The source gives this hidden problem a name, the leaky bucket. And it's such a perfect metaphor. Just picture it. All your marketing efforts, all that money and time, it's like water you're pouring into a bucket. But it doesn't matter how much water you pour in if that bucket is full of holes. You're losing clients, you're losing money before your marketing even gets a chance to do its job.
So, what are these holes exactly? Well, the source breaks it down into 5 main leaks that are just draining businesses of their potential. We're going to go through them one by one, starting with visibility, then conversion, operations, systems, and we'll wrap up with follow-up.
All right, leak number 1. This is the big one, the most fundamental of all. It's all about whether people can even find you in the first place. Because let's be honest, if potential customers can't see you, they can't hire you. It is really that simple.
I want you to really think about this from your customer's point of view. Someone in your town pulls out their phone, they type in the exact service you offer. What do they see? Does your business pop right up, or are you totally invisible?
The signs of this leak are pretty easy to spot. You don't show up on Google Maps when someone searches nearby. You're buried on page 5 of the local search results. Basically, your SEO and all your business listings just aren't set up right. If any of that sounds familiar, you've got a major visibility leak.
Okay, let's move on to the next leak, and you'll see how these things start to stack up. So let's say a potential client does manage to find you. Awesome. They click on your website, but then they just leave. They don't book, they don't call. That, my friends, is the conversion leak.
This one is a silent killer for so many businesses. You can see the traffic on your website, you see the clicks, but your phone isn't ringing and your schedule is empty. It's like a customer walking into your shop, taking a quick look around, and then just walking right back out the door. So frustrating.
And what's wild is how simple the fixes for this often are. The source points out that things like not having specific pages that answer your client's most common questions, or not having a little web chat box for them to talk to you right away, those are huge leaks. You're basically making it hard for someone who's interested to actually give you their money.
All right, leak number 3. Now we're moving away from the online world and into the day-to-day grind of your business. This is where simple, real-world problems can make you lose money without you even noticing.
Think about it. Your front desk, your main point of contact. Is it possible that the very person or people you hired to bring in new business are actually turning it away without even meaning to? This leak is happening in real time, probably every single day. And the symptoms here are things we've all experienced. A new client calls, but the front desk is swamped and the call goes to voicemail. A key employee calls in sick, and you can't take any more appointments. Or, my favorite, a client is ready to book online at 10 o'clock at night, but you're closed and have no system to capture that sale. Every single one of those is money just slipping right through the cracks.
Leak number 4 is all about technology. We buy all this software to make our lives easier, but what happens when all those different systems just create a tangled mess where good leads actually get lost?
I absolutely love this phrase from the source. Organized chaos. Does that sound familiar to anyone? You've got one system for your email, another for your Facebook messages, another for your website forms, and instead of being organized, it's just chaos. And that's exactly the problem, right? Your different tech platforms, they don't talk to each other. So a lead that comes from your website gets buried in one inbox, an inquiry from Instagram gets lost somewhere else. These aren't just missed messages. These are actual potential customers who are vanishing into a digital black hole because your systems have sprung a leak. So that brings us to our 5th and final leak, and you could argue this is one of the most critical ones in today's world. This is all about what happens, or more often what doesn't happen, right after a potential customer takes the time to reach out to you.
So, a new lead comes in. They found you, they navigated your website, they sent you an email or a form. They've done all the hard work. The ball is officially in your court. So, what happens next? And maybe more importantly, how fast does it happen?
Here's the critical point. If you don't follow up, and follow up fast, that lead goes cold.
In our on-demand world, making someone wait even a few hours for a response means they've already found your competitor who answered faster. You have to remember, a slow response is exactly the same as no response at all.
So let's just pull this all together for a second. Think about how these leaks create a chain reaction. The visibility leak means people can't find you. If they do find you, the conversion leak means your website doesn't convince them to book. If they try to book, the operational leak means you might miss their call. If you do get their info, the systems leak might lose it in the chaos. And if you finally find it, the follow-up leak means you responded too late and they've already gone cold. See, it's a disaster.
And that brings us right back to the core idea from our source. You can spend a fortune on marketing. You can pour more and more and more water into your business's bucket, but if you don't patch these leaks first, you are always going to struggle to grow.
So the big takeaway here is really about a shift in your whole strategy. Before you go and boost your ad budget, before you hire another social media person, you need to look inside your own business first. Focus on plugging the holes where you are already losing customers. I promise you, it is so much cheaper and more effective to keep the business you're already getting than to constantly be chasing after new business.
And that leaves us with one final question for you to really think about. As you look at these 5 common leaks, which one just made you wince a little? Which one feels the most familiar for your business? Because identifying that specific leak, that's the first real step you can take to finally get the growth you've been working so hard for.